retired Commissioner of Police Nathaniel Kofi Boakye, private legal practitioner Martin Kpebu, and investigative journalist Raymond Acham. This initiative forms part of President-elect John Mahama's broader strategy to enforce strict accountability measures and restore public trust in the public sector. The minority in Parliament is raising concerns over the now work done on the $11.9 million per Logo multipurpose dam, which has been abandoned by the government. According to the ranking member of the Mines and Energy Committee of Parliament, John Junapo, investigations conducted by the committee revealed that only 2 trips of sand and 48 blocks were seen on site, with no major work ongoing, even after the Ghana Irrigation Development Authority, GIDA, defended the $11.9 million paid to the contractor undertaking the project. It will be recalled that GIDA, in a press statement dated May 28, 2024, said the payment formed part of the terms of the contract and required a contractor, Master Power Construction Corporation of China, to be paid a total sum of $11.9 million as a mobilization fee. But speaking on the floor of the House on Wednesday, December 18, 2024, the MP for Yape Kushigu revealed that the 5-member anti-corruption committee will investigate the matter.
For the Mines and Energy Committee, as part of our oversight responsibility, I personally led a team to the Polgu site. Mr. Speaker, when we went there, the evidence on the ground showed that there were 2 trips of sand and 48 blocks on site. We counted it. Mr. Speaker, 48 blocks, 2 trips of sand. At that time, an amount of $11.9 million had been paid. And Mr. Speaker, when we raised the issues, the Ghana Irrigation Development Authority came and confirmed that indeed that amount had been paid, but that it was not final payment. Mr. Speaker, it's more worrying is that when the facility or the agreement was being approved here, we were told that government was not going to pay any money. I recall, it's about $1 billion project. It's a multi-purpose dam, which is supposed to even help us deal with the annual flooding from the Bagri Dam. In this chamber, we were told that government was not going to pay any money. Power China has packed and left this country. They've received the money and they've left. So even if you want to hold a contractor responsible, they are no more in Ghana. Mr. Speaker, let me agree with the First Deputy Speaker. First Deputy Speaker, this matter will be investigated. Let me confirm to you, Deputy Speaker, this.
While still in Parliament, the minority caucus did not take lightly the comment of the leader of the majority caucus, Alexander Fenyumarkin, for accusing the NDC and its supporters of indulging in acts of lawlessness after the December 7 election. The Futu MP words were not very much appreciated by his colleagues on the other side, and Bako Central MP Mahama Ayariga and Adaklu MP Kwame Govins Agboja took turns to register their displeasure, making it quite difficult for the second Deputy Speaker, Andrew Isiama, to bring the House to order.
Towards President-elect's anti-corruption drive. And this statement lists the following members, one of whom is a member of Parliament. Honorable Samuel Okujeto Ablako as chairman, Honorable Daniel Domelovo, former Auditor General, COP retired Nathaniel Kofi Boakye, Mr. Martin Kpebu, private legal practitioner, Mr. Raymond Acham, investigative journalist. And the mandate given, as per what the Mr. Kwacho Fosu is saying, is that these individuals are supposed to gather information on supposed suspected acts of corruption. Mr. Speaker, pursuant to this, there is lawlessness taking place in our country. People are entering homes and harassing people. Mr. Speaker, what happened on the 7th of December was not a coup d'etat. It wasn't a revolution.
Honorable Leader.
Mr. Speaker, let me finish. I've sought your lead. Mr. Speaker, I've sought your lead. It was an election that you have won. The lawlessness must cease. No, let me finish.
I'm going to give you the opportunity,
Very well.
but let me finish with the motion. There's a motion.
Very well.
There's
This
a
is a
motion.
country of law. We will not
Leader.
allow and entertain this.
Leader,
Very
there
well,
is
Mr.
a motion on the floor. Let me finish with the motion.
Very well, Mr.
Then you can come back for that necessary.
Very well. I agree. No problem.
I thought we were going to contribute to the motion.
No.
That
I
is
said
why.
I'm seeking your leave.
Then you
interrupt proceedings.
let's finish.
Mr.
Leader,
Speaker.
kindly allow me
Very well.
to
Mr.
finish
Speaker.
with the motion.
Mr. Speaker, I
Then
agree.
I'll give you the
Mr.
opportunity.
Speaker, agree. We will hold your feet to the fire. We will not allow.
Let's just stay in Parliament. Meanwhile, the leader of the Majority Caucus and member of Parliament for Futu constituency, Afenyo Markin, has also advised his colleagues on the opposing side of the aisle to be circumspect and guided when contesting and debating matters on the floor of the House. Afenyo Markin argued that the members of the Minority Caucus lobbying for ministerial position will be vetted by the Appointment Committee of Parliament, of which he sits as the vice chair of the committee when they are presented before them, hence the need for the minority to proceed with humility when arguing on the floor of the House.
When people begin to aspire to become ministers, the way they talk, their tone, their language, because they know they are going to face vetting. So now they say this and that. Mr. Speaker, we know, because they know they have some ministerial appointment pending. But you are going to be over 170. Only about 20 of you, only about 20 of you are going to make it to the ministerial list. The rest of you will be redundant. You wonder what you get for your constituents. How you would ensure development. Apathy is staring at your faces. When
in Parliament in matters arising, the first Deputy Speaker of Parliament, Joseph Osei-Owusu, has called for the retention of Alexander Afenyo Markin as the leader of the New Patriotic Party NPP caucus in the next Parliament. Mr. Osei-Owusu, who is retiring at the end of the current term, emphasized the importance of longevity and experience in Parliament's leadership. His comments come amidst intense lobbying for senior NPP members of Parliament and MPs seeking to ensure the position of caucus leaders when the 9th Parliament is inaugurated next year. And away from that, governance expert at the Ghana Integrity Initiative, Michael Boadi, has raised concerns over the increasingly partisan nature of decision-making in Parliament, cautioning that it poses a significant threat to national progress and development. Speaking on the back of the absence of leadership of the NPP caucus in Parliament yesterday, Mr. Boadi described the current trend as counterproductive, emphasizing the need for a collaborative approach in addressing the country's challenges.
We are beginning, we must understand as a people that the extreme partisan posturing in decision making is not going to help this country, or it won't help this country. So irrespective of the fact that we had a near equal or a hung parliament, it did not enhance the level of check on the executive that would that the average Ghanaian who voted for that hung parliament was expected. It only inured to the benefit of a political party or partisanness of.
Also, Mr. Akolo disclosed that the exit of experienced MP from Parliament will be a real challenge, describing the situation as a significant challenge that could hinder the effectiveness and institutional memory of Parliament.
In Parliament in Ghana, it has been an issue for some time now. And even this time, it has become a bit deepened because of the kinds of numbers that we have seen exiting Parliament. And we have people like Osechi Mensah-Bosu who are not coming, people like Joe Osei-Owusu, and some very, very experienced members of Parliament who are not coming back. And if that happens, we are worried about the institutional memory of Parliament and not being sustained, and we'll have to start all over again. even to add to the issue is that it appears that those who are coming in are a lot more youthful than the previous parliament. We have been worried about the degeneration of the work of parliament when it comes to debates, when it comes to scrutiny and all that. We are hoping that with this new crop of members of parliament who are coming in, will be fast learners as possible. Parliament will provide them the needed support to be able to catch up.
Away from that, let's do some legal issues. And lawyer Kwame Adofo has emphasized that the removal of Chief Justice Gertrude Torkornoo will be a big deal for both the country and the judicial service. He also urged politicians not to get involved with the appointment of any Chief Justice and also urged them to tread cautiously.
You see, the starting point is there's a presumption of innocence until it's proved. That is the starting point. You are always presumed to have not done anything wrong until we have been able to lay out all the evidence that show only one outcome, and that is beyond all doubts that you've done what is alleged to have been done. Now, in this case, it's a bit curious in the sense that I've looked at the petition and I find a lot more strange things within the petition that is difficult to really understand. The first one is, if you have a copy of the petition, it says it was written on the 17th of December, which is yesterday. Now, curiously, the date that is received at the supposed recipient's office is the day before, which is the 16th. That means it was received even before it was written. You ask yourself, how is that possible? Clearly, somebody has made an error somewhere.
And now the Ghana Statistical Service, GSS, in its November 2024 Producer Price Index report released on December 18 reveals that the water supply, sewage and waste management sector recorded the lowest year-on-year inflation rate of 5.0% within the sector. Now, water collection, treatment and supply stood out with an even lower inflation rate of 2.9%, while waste collection, treatment and disposal activities reported 7.1%, a slight dip from October's 7.2%. In contrast, the mining and quarrying subsector posted a highest inflation rate of 41.9%, reflecting the challenges in resource-based industries. Away from that, let's pay attention to our health. And the Ghana Health Service has expressed concerns, over the dissemination of information during emergencies. The response that the Ghana Health Service, with support from the World Health Organization, has initiated training for risk communication and community management on effective communication in there.
The Municipal Health Director of Ikuapem South Municipality, Ms. Emily Amponsa, says communication during emergencies is crucial. She emphasized the importance of adopting a science-based approach when addressing issues during emergencies, considering the diverse dynamics of various communities.
NCCE, education, veterinary, environmental, engage you or more something on risk communication during emergencies. To say the emergency bad, yes, it's all casting some say and I said, yeah, man for air drain, they see it more move the right information so that we won't have any misinformation about the emergency that is ongoing.
Ms. Amponsa also reiterated the GHS's implementation of the Network of Practice Initiative. This transformative program aims to enhance the existing community-based health planning and service system by connecting sub-district health facilities to a central health center. The goal is to improve access to quality health care whilst reducing the burden on district hospitals.
na yɛde biribi and you say universal health coverage. Yeah, achieve universal health coverage by the year 2030. Nti hyehyɛ a yɛde si yɛn so ɛbɛma yɛtumi achieve no na yɛde network of practice na aba nti obi a ɔyɛ apɔmuden ho adwuma nyinaa yɛka ɔmo nyinaa bom sɛnea ɛbɛyɛ a yare ɛso bɛte sɛnea ɛbɛyɛ a ewuo ɛso bɛte sɛnea ɛbɛyɛ a yɛde health care ɛyɛ quality ɛbɛma ɔmo a ɔmo ɛnyɛ.
And in more news, Ghana's Producer Price Index (PPI) for November 2024 has been recorded at 26.9%, reflecting a 6.1 percentage point decrease from October's 33.0% as reported by the Ghana Statistical Service. This indicates a reduction in producer price inflation year-on-year from November 2023 to November 2024. The PPI measures the average Ghana in prices received by domestic producers for their goods and services over time. The monthly change in the PPI between October and November 2024 was a -1.9%. The provisional PPI data reviews a mixed performance across various sectors. The industry sector, excluding construction, saw a decrease in inflation from 48.9% in October to 41.3% in November. In the construction sector, the inflation rate slightly decreased to 31.1% in November from 31.5% in the previous month. Meanwhile, the service sector recorded a marginal increase, with inflation rising from 12.5% in November from 12.4% in October. Among the subsectors, mining and quarrying saw the highest inflation rate at 41.9%, followed by accommodation and food service activities at 32.5% and transportation and storage at 31.7%. In contrast, the water supply, sewage and waste management sector had the lowest inflation rate at 5.0%. The data also shows a decrease in inflation and several key industries. Manufacturing inflation dropped from 22.7% in October to 19.3% in November, while inflation in the electricity and gas sector eased to 10.2%, down from 10.6% to previous month. The information and communication sector saw a slight increase in inflation from 8.0% in October to 8.1% in November. The PPI for November 2024, calculated with a reference period of March 2020 to February 2021, was 264.5 compared to 269.5 in October 2024. The figures indicate a slight month-on-month decrease in the overall price level of producer goods and services. Away from that, the newly sworn-in Vice-Chancellor of the University of Media, Art and Communications, UNIMAC, Professor Eric Opoku-Mensah, has called on creative art industry players to take opportunities open in school to upgrade their skills in acting, influencing the branding. According to Professor Eric Opoku, he, being the substantive Vice-Chancellor, envisions to make the media, art and communication profession attractive and put Ghana on the global market. He made this call during an official investiture ceremony to usher him into the office of the substantive Vice-Chancellor of the university.
Everybody will come and join us. UNIMAC is an emerging university and we are going to do wonders. We're inviting all and sundry who want to see communication education as their future, as part of their future, come and become part of this. The government is very much interested in the creative industry. Something has been created in Kumasi, the creative school. The UNIMAC is ready to admit all those potential students. So if you're an undergraduate or if you're a young person in secondary school and you're not interested in the traditional arts, science and vocation, the creative industry has been given space, and we are the university that is positioned to admit those people so that their creativity could be enhanced, so that they can become professionals and take advantage of the skills they've learned here to make money. Now, you have a lot of TikTokers and all over the place. UNIMAC is there for you to come and train in the professional social media giants and business people. So we are happy. This marks a milestone and we are not going to rest on our hours. We're inviting everybody who is interested in advancing studies, research in media and communication to come to UNIMA, University of Media, Arts and Communication. It has come to stay. It's become a critical part of every aspect of our life, especially the media. So now, if you are thinking of practicing media, it's quite critical that you come and study more about AI so that you can improve your skills and your professional output so that you can deliver the best. Now, all over the world, because of the importance of AI, you have people who are sitting in their private spaces and churning out thousands of stories. Come and learn the loopholes, all the technicalities involved, so that you can become abreast of the latest skills in AI. And UNIMAC is positioned to lead that 21st century education in communication. And therefore, we are inviting all of you. Those of you who are already practitioners, I think that the training that we have has been the training that has been given to media practitioners 50 years ago. The world has changed a lot. And we at UNIMAC are ready to move the training to the next level, the AI level. So we are inviting you. Our PhD program has been launched. We have a number of master's programs. We're inviting you to come and upgrade those industry giants in the media and communication industry. I know a number of you do not have the requisite skills. We are inviting you to come. Media owners, managers, come and understand the modern dynamics of operating a media house. And UNIMAC is positioned to offer that kind of education.
And that's all for the news this morning. I am Eric Chinibwa Middle. For more news, log on to our website, ABC News Ghana, as well as our YouTube platform. Get interactive with us. Let us know what you think about all the content over there. I am Eric Chinibwa Middle. Once again, ABC in the Morning continues after this break. To stay.